Why's that? Officially hate this game for the day? Just today? Or you officially hate it because of all the problems it's had? Or you had a bad result in Manu and you hate it because of that? Why do you hate it just today? It's a very love-hate game, I must say that. But why? Tell me, KJ, what happened? Oh, yeah, that's, yeah. Race B, mate, I've got a fucking horrible time there. I can't even get the car around the track. Scuba's like that too. Well, not in the end, it's more like you'll start on pole and if you don't get a good start, you'll get launched off first turn. Dailies are a bit broken, mate. I bet, honestly, like, I prefer racing Group 3, Group 4, and I've been doing Scuba, Race A, getting lots of wins out of it too. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say because of manufacturers or something, or you didn't get your money, your free money or something. I mean, what's the reason that we hate Gran Turismo today? I got my free money last night and I spent it. I spent $1 million of it just to get 2 trophies, essentially. Yeah, I figured you'd be. Where are you, in the States or Europe? I did it 4 times last night, mate. 5th, 5th, and 3rd. And in a very underpowered car. The G7 is not the Atenza or the McLaren or anything like that. So I actually raced there really well, as I should. It's Bathurst. Like, I had a lot of fun with it though. A lot of the Japanese driver, because like we race the Japanese, the whole Asian region basically, but a lot of the Japanese drivers, as soon as it started to get dark, they started to make mistakes. Like, they were still trying to go as hard, slipping and sliding. Yeah. It can be a tough race, man. It's really about consistency, and you can't really have anyone stuff up in front of you, especially like up the hill, down the hill, because there's nowhere to really go. And you've got to make that decision. If people do stuff up in front of you, it has to be like a full-on split decision in that moment. You have to either slow down to not hit them, or you have to make the decision to just collect them as you go, because they've already stuffed up. Yeah. Yeah, it gets slippery too, like up the hill into the right-hander when it starts to get dark, it gets slippery. And just down the dipper, the whole dipper section into the elbow, and then onto the final straight. It could get, and I've seen quite a few people going off at the end of the chase at at the end of the straight in the dark. You just see the headlights going across the sand. Just mate, starting the party. Why you got heavy wets on? That's not going to help, mate. Oh no. What's going on, Wolf? What are you up to? Doing Suzuka already? Yeah, I figured you would. You fucking fiend. You're worse than Meta, mate. You're worse than Meta. Yeah, same. Same, but we've got a few. I don't think I've really driven on it much, but yeah, I know how I've had to change how I drive at Spa, so I imagine Suzuka would be the same. The way you go over the SE section of Suzuka. And I swear, when it comes up to the 2 right-handers, like the kink and then the tight right-hander, I feel like I'm so slow through there. Good luck, KJ. How come? Do you have something to do? Yeah. The races didn't start till 10. First race was 10 o'clock last night, mate. 10. Not 9. Not 7, not 8. It was 10. Yeah, well, there was an update for it too. You got your $1,000,000? Do you feel like $1,000,000 this morning, mate? Yeah. I spent it straight away. I bought the Tomahawk. I don't know why. I should have bought the Super Formula, but I bought the Tomahawk so I could get the top speed trophies done. And yeah, now I'm doing some solo stuff. Some of the 700, 800 races. No. They're 5 and 600, aren't they? Or 4 and 500. Hang on, let me have a look. Got a minute. 600's the high one. Yeah, nah, bro, no way. 500, 600. You need the Tomahawk. Like, it's not with that car. The Red Bull competition one. You mean? Like the bigger one, yeah. Yeah, no, it's still at 400k at best. I think, man, it's like an F1 car. I think it was always like that. Maybe 450 at best, but you'd need the world's longest straight to do it. Man, just get the Tomahawk X one or whatever it is. I got 600 before I was up and over the bridge. It's special route, man. Like, and my wheel was like the whole way, bro. Like, it was making noises like I was riding over curbs. Like 2,500. Yeah. And then all the others have 1,100, 1,200, 1,300. It's the first one because there's 4 Tomahawks that you could buy. I had to actually look up which one it was so I didn't mess up the money. But I literally spent $1,000,000 to get 2 trophies. Like, I can't wait till I can sell cars. Because I'm just going to sell it straight away. I don't drive a Tomahawk, man. But yeah, I was just setting up. I'm sitting here looking at the Red Bull ring at the moment. About to do that. 10 laps. Major fuel wear. I'm doing the solo races. The hard ones. Yeah, I'm not going to obsess over multiplayer when it's still broken, bro. Like, last night was exceptional only because I don't know, I committed to it and then actually started to, like, push my car to lines and speeds that I wasn't previously doing. I mean, I got down to a 2:14 quali time. And I think your time was, like, right around me at, like, mid-15, something like that. But yeah, Bathurst last night, 2:14.8. Well, your quali was right where mine was before I started doing it again. I was like a 15.5 and I think you were like 15.3, something like that. And I got it down to 14.8 and the car definitely was not capable. But I just, like, I kept, first race qualified 7th, finished 7th, and then it was qualified 6th, finished 5th, qualified 5th, finished 5th, qualified 3rd, finished 3rd. Yeah. I'm leading Genesis. He had a shocker. He was in top Earth split. With Chupaghetti and Danny Racing and Distinct, and even Meta was like, what the fuck? Like, Meta's like, oh, you know, if he's up with them, it's like top split, but he wasn't with them, and Gav was. But yeah, he qualified like 14th, and he had a a spin. Ended up second. Yeah. Well, he only got like fucking 80 or 90 for 15th or 14th, something like that. I got 163 for third. I only kept doing it because, like, even the first pack of guys I raced, I should have won. Like, I got a fucking Audi in front of me that was basically brake checking me up and down the hill for 2 laps in a row. But then after that, I just felt confident, and I knew that, like, I knew the racing line, where to take advantage. I was just more aware of the guys in front of me, that I was hanging on like all hell to the draft and just waiting for them to fuck up, and taking my chances, really taking my chances. I went down the inside of a lot of people and made it stick. But yeah, I'm second in Genesis. Well, no, I'm 5th overall in Genesis. Second Australian, because Concio's number 1. First in Victoria for whatever, and 150th overall. So, yeah, not too bad for a car that's fucking underpowered. Metta's in top 30. It's like 20, 27, 28, something like that. Yeah, who is it? Oh, Rusty Nuts has always been good, bro. He's always been good. I just think he picked and chose what he did, to be honest. I think his interest wasn't as great as ours, but he's definitely a quick driver, bro. He was more of a daily grinder, but you'd see him in the FIA races that he wanted to do. Not all of them. But he's very good. Like, I've had so many fucking races with that bloke in dailies. Monza, Bathurst. But yeah, I've got like Penitent. He's the only one I'm competing with in Victoria for this manufacturer. So literally, it's a 2-man race. Yeah, me and E-Bulk are in the same region. I'm surprised we can pick out, like, it's not a region. We're in a suburb, bro. But we can pick our suburb, like, Werribee. I'm down the road from it, like, I'm Hoppers, he's Werribee, but... And then I could have picked Melbourne, which would just make it so open. But Melbourne's like the city of Melbourne, you know? Nobody lives in Melbourne. Like, we all live in Melbourne. We live in the suburbs. Melbourne's huge. But the city of Melbourne, you don't live in the fucking city. Not in Melbourne, anyways. Yeah, they do, actually. They all live in fuck Docklands and shit. Cunts. Fucking Emily does. Emery. She lives in Docklands. Apartment. Yeah, it's down by the stadium. But it's like it used to be like our wharf area, and they turned it into like high rises and shit down on the, like, all the yachts are down there, and but it's like, in terms of, I guess, affordable, like, it's not affordable at all, but in terms of affordable housing that's that close to the city, it's probably the best option, because, like, an actual house, even in, like, the very next suburb and then the next 10 suburbs, you ain't gonna, get it anywhere near as cheap as what an apartment would be. But the apartments in the city are probably still like 300-400k, for a fucking 2-bedroom little apartment that's got a nice view out a window. Like, well, I mean, even a week, yeah, probably, yeah. I mean, we're even 350 here, bro. A week, and we're in fucking the suburbs. 20-minute, 30-minute drive from the city. But yeah, I don't know. as far as I know, generally anybody that has moved in there is generally in a good enough position that they've moved in there with a partner and they're paying for it already. You know, I know Emery is. I was having a good look at her Instagram. That chick's already travelled all over the world. Oh, I definitely think she's come from a good upbringing, being able to count her pennies and look after them. The Emily Jones racer. She comes and goes from GT. She raced last night, but yeah, Emery. She's big on Twitch, and she's like the official. She's like the official Australian no, not streamer, but like for Gran Turismo, yeah. Like when they do, like the way they have Super GT and Jimmy Broadbent on their things, she's the Australian version. You know, like she's actually like flown to the events and hung out with Steve GT and Jimmy Broadbent and Lando Norris and all that, and she does iRacing mostly now. She's actually a paid racer. She's very good, very good. Like I don't know how her and Beck would go against each other, but I imagine if she was more dedicated to this, she'd probably be better. Always make it, like even in the old game it was always fucking overcast at Suzuka and Fuji. Yeah, it's loose as fucking hard, so I know I'm gonna struggle, bro. That's why I'm not bothering yet. I mean, we don't have to do it for another 2 or 3 days anyway, so. Twin Motegi. The accelerator around the turn, yeah, that's what that's what Trial Mountain felt like. Not Trial Mountain, sorry, Deep Forest Raceway. That's what I was talking about. That, yeah, that first sector. That's where I was struggling following you guys. If you just went wide the littlest bit and then had to come back in towards the line, back on the throttle, I had to lift a little bit and I was dead. I'd spin because the car, I'd already fucked up, you know what I mean? I hadn't gone brakes to accelerator and throttled around. I had like lifted here and there, and then as soon as you put the throttle application back down, it was just an instant 180. I've surprised myself with my results so far anyways. Like, I mean, I had to do 4 races in a row for it last night, but technically I stand at 2 podiums, a second and a third, so I should be getting... Yes, but it didn't change. So all that update was there's 4 things that changed. It gave us the money. It did another fix for Daytona. It made me laugh. It was like, in the rare occasion that matching would like give you an error, it said rare occasion, Brett. Fix the fault with a rare occasion when you were going into a daily, like into a multiplayer race, and it would error. A rare occasion, he said, Brett. I was like, are you fucking shitting me? Like, but they did another letter, and bro, the first like, you remember the last line of the last letter? The first paragraph, the whole paragraph, is essentially like, I'm sorry I said that. Like, he has changed his fucking tone, I tell you that, mate. You gotta read the letter. Like, we have listened to our fans and your feedback is important. We are doing everything we can to make this right. They're going to fucking increase prize payouts by 100%. Fucking, they're doing all this shit. But it sounds like emergency mode, bro. Like, it sounds like they're fucking groveling. Hence the $1 million. Because all we've... I don't feel like seeing the point, yeah, because so many of the errors I've got, like, as I said, it doesn't even really come up with like a blue screen error. It takes for me to close the game, and then it'll take 30 seconds to close the game, and then it'll say there's a blue screen error, and it'll give me whatever number for the error. And I'm like, yeah, but I knew it had crashed. I was closing it, and I was trying to close it quickly, and now you fucking crashed on top of the crash. like I said, we've got 3 different types of errors. We've got black screen, which is just the black screen. Blue screen, which is, you know, your typical PlayStation error screen. And then we've got the error, the actual, when it comes up Gran Turismo, you know, sorry, an error has occurred, and it'll have a number. So yeah, I laughed so hard when I read that letter out. I was like, on the rare occasion, guys, on the rare occasion, he says. I'm like, you mean fucking every race I tried to stream in a row, you fucking dickhead. I'll take the $1 million though. Nah. 2 days down and you take away all the prize money. But the prize money will be back, I think, very next update. It's got a full list, like a full, again, not even a timeline. It doesn't have the associated dates, but they said by the end of April, they've got all this shit that they want to implement. But the very next thing is going to be the prize money and more BOP fixes. I'll start this in a second. Still fucking having something to eat. Not long woke up. Fucking didn't mean to. I was nearly going to do every race, but after the third and how scrappy it was getting, like how desperate some of these guys were getting, I was just like, fuck, last slot is going to be death. Like, I can't win last slot. But I was racing well, and I got away with streaming it too. It crashed at the end, so I set the stream up, went into matching, like waited for it. I got in. I was sitting in the pits. The timer started straight away. I got out, did the race, and then at the race end screen, it crashed. Which, like, I knew that was fine. I was like, all right, I still get my points. No, not really, man. The Aussies weren't really about. Like, Nick Mannequin was one I seen. Dad OJ. I was in the first 2 slots. I was probably a direct slot under Chevy, and he won both of them. Yeah, because he got one. It was like 183 for his win, and the win on mine was 175. So I was like 100, you are literally the next slot above me. And then he was like, he was going to go again. And I was like, well, you could, because you're probably going to win. I was like, but there's a high chance that we'll probably be together, which is cool, because you could carry me, but I'd really like a win. But yeah, we didn't get with each other. I think he did it 3 times. He missed the 3rd one, did the 4th one. Wasn't gonna, but then when he seen that I was still getting good results, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. He was in the party with us last night, first time. Yeah. Sounds like you, just more fucking, there you go. just a bit more gruff, that's all. But no, he's good. It was just me, Meta, Gavin, him. Meta dropped out pretty quick, I think after the 2nd one maybe, because he was like, I'm not going to get any better than this. So he banked his points, which was still like, I think he got like 5th or 6th or 7th, something like that. And he still got like 260 something points. Yeah. So good results all round, except for Gav, really, who deserved better. But yeah, got taken out. Spun around on the right before the elbow, so in the dipper, spun around in the wall, got stuck. Yep. I had something similar happen. Someone had gone sideways in front of me. I tried to go to the left side that they were going, and then I made contact with them, hit the brakes, and then my car just pivoted right into the wall right before the elbow, and it like bounced off the wall, and I managed to double shift it down into reverse, reverse 180 like into the elbow, so I smashed my front end on the wall on the right, and then like spun around and reversed into the elbow and just threw it back into second and took off down the straight. Somehow got no penalty, but I drove off down that straight with my front fender gone, my rear fender gone, and both right wheels broken. And I just managed to have a few cars that I could just hang on to down the straight. And yeah, I went from fifth to 11th to 7th in that race. Yeah, that was the first one. That was when I knew I was kind of on. I was like, all right, I've got the pace here, like, because the guys in front of me even out qualified me, and qualifying was so traffic filled. The guys in front of me were holding me up instantly during the race, so I was just like, oh, I've got to go. Like, but yeah, it was good fun. Make a good 2 a.m. Yeah, I didn't do it. I was gonna, but I was pretty wrecked by the end. I just went and bought the Tomahawk and took that to the special stage, and then I downloaded some more movie liveries. I got fucking Brian Supra and Skyline from Fast and Furious because I really want to put me movie video together. They did. We didn't know it at the time. E-Bulk pointed out how early, when he said it's starting at 10. And then we were all, because we were stuffing around doing random things throughout the day, and I was like, alright, give me half hour, I'm doing a livery, I'll put up a lobby and we'll do a quick practice lobby. And then I was doing the livery, and it come up 30 minutes till, I was like, what? Maintenance? I was like, the race is in 2.5 fucking hours. Like, I was like, that's it for Gran Turismo for the weekend, boys. Pack her up, we're done. You know, she ain't coming back. And it was done in about an hour and a half. We had about an hour to spare, so I was very, very, very surprised there. Slotted disc. Fucking setting times up at fucking 3, 4 in the morning. What's Simon saying? I'm like, where are they all talking, cunt? What's going on? I got like 3 different messages at once. As you do. I'm not engineered enough, mate. It's too early in this shit. I'm too bright. It's too pepped up. More engineers. I'll get on the wheel and throw myself off the track. Alright, let's fucking... Oh, fuck. Apparently it'll be raining at Scuba. Which I think I kind of know what they're doing now with the Scuba thing, because I remember, like, when they released the State of Play, they literally showed us a sped up time lapse of a 24-hour race at Scuba. and it showed like the day to night transition. It showed rain. It showed the track getting drenched and the track drying up and the racing line appearing from all the rubber being laid down. So I genuinely think, because like I didn't realise that the second scuba race was earlier. The first race was like damn near dusk that went to night, and then the second race was just daytime the whole time. Now they're throwing us into the water. Like, I think what they're doing with scuba is like testing the actual how fast the weather goes, how fast the time goes. Because like even Bathurst last night, none of us realised it doing the lobbies because I kept the time multiplier at 1. But we as soon as the race started, we were halfway through that first lap. We're like, it's going to get dark. Like, you know, if anyone's done that Bathurst challenge, the 20-minute challenge at Bathurst where you fucking start in the sunset and finish at night, you could tell by the sky, the colour of the sky. You're like, that's a fucking mountaintop sunset in Australia. You know, so over the like lap 2 was like pink. Lap 3 was like it got dark, and then like lap 4 was like purple, but the sky was so lit up that it was almost like the track was like daytime again. You know what I mean? Like it was like the third lap was actually the hardest one to see, the transition from like the sun going down completely to dark, and then once the moon and the stars were out, the track was lit up again. I thought it was fucking amazing. And we all noted it, that like when the weather went down and when the sun went down and the darkness came out, like a lot of other people were struggling. I think we just managed to have our moments and catch it. Because I definitely had moments, lap 3, nearly every race coming down the dipper. If it wasn't behind someone, I was fucking pushing too hard. I ran the fastest lap in one of them, bro. Like, I was like, I should have won. Fastest lap, lap 3, after I'd crashed. Just mowing me way through them. I was like 2 seconds faster in those races per lap than what I was in the lobbies. You know, I just needed cars that I could keep up with. Not have a lobby that just had 3 people in the fucking same car that just took off up the hill. Like, but yeah, it was good. Most confident I felt for a little while. Like, considering how I felt in that car with every practice. Most of the time, yep. Last night, just because of those few moments here and there, I turned counter steering back on the weak. And like I said, when I did my deep mountain the other day, the 4 dudes in front of me and the 2 dudes behind me had fucking multiple assist on. You know, when I watched the replay, I could see them all. I felt ripped off. But yeah, after that moment with the guy in front of me in the first race, it was the overcorrection that did it to me. And the car wouldn't have done that if I had the counter steering on. So I started doing laps chasing Ghost, and I turned it on weak, and not once did it come up. Right, like I was pushing it. I just kept pushing it, like essentially finding the limit that I could push the car to before it would, because it's still a 4-wheel drive, it will still kick and throw itself around. And I mean, I didn't get to see the replay of the last race last night because I didn't get to save it, but I just turned it on as like a safety net. But I could swear while I was racing I was that clean that it wasn't coming up at all. Like the car, it's more if you had to brake suddenly downhill and catch the car. I just didn't want it to whip violently again, but I swear I didn't need it after that. It was more just in my mind that I knew if it happened, I had a better chance. That's all. So yeah, I was surprised. It's probably still turned on now. Actually, I'll see how I go, because this is fucking hard. I haven't done settings like this either. Yeah, I think most of them are a detriment, man. Like, because you know, especially like with the RS, you really need to be in control of that car all the time. Like it's just that type of car, anyways. You have to brake the right amount, be back on the throttle at the same time, but like not too much because it'll just spin la la on you. That car loves doing a 180. I don't have the braking marker. I have the flash, like the braking. You know, of it's not so much a It doesn't tell you so much when to brake, but it'll tell you if you haven't, like it'll be flashing if you haven't taken enough speed off the car as you approach the turn. You can be like halfway through the turn and about to hit the throttle and it'll like flash up, meaning like you hit the throttle, you're just gonna, you know, go off onto the dirt. But this is a fucking different car too. This G70, I'm taking, like, Bathurst is Bathurst. I think eventually I was just like, no, it's Bathurst, I can fucking go fast here, I just got to do better. The elbow, forest elbow. The four-wheel drive was really good there. You just like, as long as you braked and got down to second, about 85, 90k, you just coast around the wall and you'd floor it. You'd be 110 and pushing the limits with the wall on the right as you took off, you know, like, which I couldn't do in any other car. Like an FR, every time I tried to do that, I'd hit the fucking wall. But yeah, the four-wheel drives, they just, I started to realise how much of a four-wheel drive this car is. And I also, thanks to Meta and Ian, figured out the shifting, the optimal shifting for it. Because it really felt like a slug, but yeah, essentially the car shifts at 6,000. But I still like top end. Without draft, man, I was getting like 242, 243 down the end of Conrod. With draft, I was going 270 and really thinking about where I was going to brake. But yeah, I was at one point, like I was on my own anyways, going into there, you know, nearly 250. I was braking at the 100 metre mark. They were all braking in between 150, 100. But I had that much confidence. I'd be in sixth and brake at the 100, drop 3 gears and still go around onto the chase, 120, 130 back on the throttle. Once I got used to the four-wheel drive in this car and just had a bit more confidence in it, it doesn't feel like the four-wheel drive. Yeah, straight back to third. Yeah, I had that. I was honestly probably every second lap. That's what I was like with the last turn. Third or second. And like when I did third, I'd be pushing it, but like you'd feel the revs pick up straight away. And when I did second, it would be like an instant, just turn the car in and half shift through second, and it would just hammer out. And then same with the first turn too. I preferred doing it in third, but I could smash it down to second, get half the car around the turn, then get straight back on the throttle. And they would every time be like clipping the curb and getting loose, and I'd just grab the whole curb and accelerate straight because of the four-wheel drive. Yeah, WRXs were really good there in dailies. The Atenza. Even in GTS, man, the Group 4 cars, it was always the FFs. You know, you could do a 210 and a 209 in the RCZ or in the VW. The VW was generally always quicker, but people started getting really good in the Megane there. And the WRX and the Atenza And I mean, some people could do it in the Lancer, but I remember even towards the end of GTS, the FF had lost its charm, and the four-wheel drive cars, especially Group 4s, were starting to become the OP cars. Like, but everybody, even Super GT now, has put up a video, and he's essentially the biggest YouTuber game Gran Turismo player. He's put up a video now saying that the Atenza needs a nerf, and he's signed with Mazda. Like and again, he signed with Mazda because of the vision, like just because he loves it. But he has put up his own video yesterday. He's the second big time, 40, 50,000 plus subscriber count that I've seen put up a video saying ban the Atenza or like nerf it. So when you got one of your biggest supporters and fans and paid commentators, saying it needs to happen, it needs to happen. I never liked it in GTS. It was too responsive for me. Too oversteery. The four-wheel drive was too powerful, essentially. The only time I ever liked it was with that tune at Alsace. And I actually really did enjoy it there. Like, it felt like a supercar after that setup. Yeah, but he was a fiend for that car too, bro. I mean, he's with Mazda again. You can tell though, half the top split guys have made decisions based purely off of what it used to be like. Andy's in the M4, fucking MCA's in the Mazda. In terms of Group 4, they were the two most OP cars, as it was. M4 was the best FR and the Mazda was the best four-wheel drive. And just outright one of the best on tyres. And one of the guys is literally in the top 5 drivers in the world right now and the #1 Australian, and the other guy is the go-to dude for all the play guides and shit. So that's the two decisions they're making. Like, how many Americans picked Mazda based off of MCA's decision? Oh, I just wanted to, like you, bro, picking something that you haven't done. I mean, I know you've done Renault before, but oh, this car, my God, this AI, wowee. I never get that much into it. Because all my decisions are based purely on what I can drive. Fuck, I just realised I've kind of stuffed myself. Fucking hell, four-wheel drive, it's not an FR, you idiot. Nah, like 5th or 6th or something. Had a good race, but yeah, it was like, that's the best he can do for sure. Oh no. And none of these cunts are pitting. Oh yeah, one of them is, alright. Excuse me. Yeah, I fucking realised because I'm doing this race I can access my brake balance. So very early I put it on -2 because I'm like, when I'm doing the hard tyres, I'm always trying to make my rears like, and then I realised, I'm like, why are my fronts worn so much? And then I'm like, I'm four-wheel fucking drive and I'm running a front brake balance. No wonder me fronts are worn. Yeah, 100% for qualifying, 100%. You want that front end and then you can kick it out with the rear. Gives you, that's what kind of makes the four-wheel drives OP in those situations, is that they can accelerate earlier through the turn than most other cars. Ah, stop fucking, I've ruined these front tyres. And I mean, I know I can pull different cars into these races and win them, but I'm trying to do them in my Manu, so one, I can get used to the car better, and just the challenge of it, because it's what it would be like in Manu. You know, when the real settings come into it. Not when we're fucking 1-1, when we're doing races that are like 15 and 7. You know, 10 lapper, and you've got to make your hards last the whole way, and you've got to do the best job that you can with fuel. Yeah, well, as I said, I think they're just getting it out of all the testing out of the way nice and early. They probably don't expect everybody to enter every round because of how close together they all are. Oh, come on! Alright, mate. I'll be here. Alright, mate. Oh, they're both in the pits. You ripper. Oh, there he comes too. This is tight. Is that rain? Oh, God. Oh, no. Anything could happen, or is it just raining there? That's crazy. Nailed it. Woo. She's a beaut. Have a look at mate, lots of detail. Oh, I like it. Yeah, hang on mate, I'll feed you a minute. Ah, mate. This game's fucked. It's fucked. Yeah, woo. You broke it, Furby. Fucking... When I'm taking a photo, for fuck's sake. That's new. I need another $1 million. Stat. Stat, Kaz. This is not good enough. Fuck me. And then I'll go to close it, and it'll take like 80 seconds to close it, and then it'll blue screen and say, oh, an unexpected error has occurred. Would you like to report it? No! No! I'm over-reporting it. Did you see his fucking letter? Where, well, not the letter, the update, when they were like, in the rare occasion that an error happens when you were trying to play rare occasion, Kaz. Rare, you say. Happened to me like 5 times in a row. Fuck! Just wanted a cool picture, yeah? Mate. Bullshit. No, the first bit was honestly funny. I was laughing. I was like, you've changed your tone, haven't you, cunt? Yeah, they're in damage control, 1,000%. I was 100. Like the fact that, like what they said about the money and shit. Oh yeah, they're in. It's. I seen it as that too. Damage control, 100%. The PR right now is the worst in I mean, since Cyberpunk, and that says a lot. Anyways, I'll be back up in 3 minutes. I'm gonna go feed the cat and keep doing more of this because I won that race too. Fucking son of a bitch! And look, like now.